What's up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and I'm very excited because yesterday I scored some very cool things on Marketplace, and we're going to turn them into some goat hangouts. So let me show you what I got and what we're going to do with them. So I scored all of these for $100 yesterday. The little nuggets are see me and they're not happy. We actually moved all of the goats over to this pasture today. We put up some hot wire. Hopefully they stay in it. So while they're in there, it'll give me time to work. So we are going to stack some of these. We're going to make some bridges. And some are just going to be out there just so they can lounge. But first thing we have to do is fill these holes because I don't want someone's leg getting in there and then most likely Poppy headbutting them off and somebody breaking a leg. I can see Poppy just pushing all of the goats off of them anytime she gets a chance. So we're going to cut some scrap wood that I have to cover these up. Alright, so I have a bunch of hardy board left over from the well house build. So I'm just going to use this. It's pretty good as far as the length goes. I'm just going to cut them into 8-inch sections. That way I can get enough wood just to cover those holes. Alright, so I've got all of the big holes capped off. Now I'm just debating if I want to put them underneath the shade of this tree and move those stumps closer, or they kind of like just hanging out over in this area. So either way, I've got to get these guys moved in there, so I'm going to roll them all in here and figure out where I want to put them.
I won't stop, it is my time. I know what it's like to be broke, yeah. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. It's like to be broken, and I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm just gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down, 'cause I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. I am on my way up, I won't slow down.
I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but I'm going at this with absolutely zero planning whatsoever. So I know I want to have a bridge. I thought maybe this hardy board would do it. I don't like it. It's too flimsy. So I'm going to take it down. I put one of these underneath it to kind of stabilize it, but it kind of defeats the purpose of a bridge. And I have, so that would leave me with that one, and I have one more reel over there. So I think I'm going to head up to the hardware store, even though I didn't want to have to buy any extra wood. I need to get some longer screws to attach these taller panels together. I don't want to just have them sitting up there. I want them secured. So I'm going to get some screws for that, and I think I'm going to get some 2x8s if they have them, or maybe 2x6s and sandwich them together. That way I can make a bridge here and then go off of one to go this way and go off of the back side to go this way. So I guess we're going to head to the hardware store to get some wood, even though I didn't want to. I wanted to do this for $100, but we're probably going to have to do it for a little bit over 100. Alright, so I think I've got it laid out kind of how I want it. I'll have to make some adjustments once I go and get the wood, but I'm going to have these two towers. We'll have a bridge in the middle, and then I'll have a little bridge going from that single one over there, and then a bridge going from that one to this single one over here. And or I might just do a bridge from here on these two towers and let these single ones just be freestanding. I haven't decided yet. I guess it depends on how much the lumber is, because I don't want to spend an arm and a leg on wood. So let's head over to the hardware store and see what we can find. Alright, because I'm extremely cheap, I still do have to go to the hardware store and get one more piece of wood. But that long piece I was originally using for a bridge, I cut it in half so I can sandwich it together, and that gives it a lot more rigidity. And then I went scrounging through the garage, and I was able to find 2.5-inch screws, which will be enough to screw this down. And then I found just enough 3-inch screws that we'll be able to use to secure the top reels to those bottom bases. So let's get that done, and then we'll go to the hardware store. Alright, so we headed up to the lumberyard, and I picked up a 2x12 pressure treated, because, you know, I don't make plans, so I can't say that we made the plan, we executed the plan, had the plan go off the rails, and threw away the plan, because there was no plan to begin with. But I do have somewhat of a plan now. So I'm going to cut this down so I can get it to span across from this one to this one, and then hopefully have a little bit left to connect this one to that one. So I think we are about done. Not too shabby for under $120 and just using scraps. So once the girls come out to back to this pasture for the night, we will see how they like it. As of right now, they are still hanging out in that pasture over there, getting nice and fat, enjoying all of the fresh grass that is over there. This pasture is green, but I like to rotate them, so they are going to hang out in there during the day for probably the next couple weeks until they eat that down, and then they'll come back over here full time. Alright, y'all, so it is the end of the day. So I'm going to use feeding time as an incentive to get the girls back crossed into their nighttime pasture. Usually they're pretty good about going back at night, but now that the trees have started to bloom, they kind of go ADHD and get distracted and want to eat all the things on their way back over to the pasture. So let's see how this goes. Let's go. Oh, Polly's interested. Polly's like, ooh, what's that? Well, I think Sadie has found her favorite spot. What are you doing? Is that your spot? You called dibs on it? Alright, so I forgot that I bought some brushes, and the girls reminded me when they were rubbing up against everything, so we're going to try to install some of these with them being, you know, right on top of me, which probably isn't going to go well. Excuse me, ladies. Excuse me. Cozy. Okay, come on. Oh, that got you moving, didn't it? Hi. You just trying to eat my hair. Alright, y'all, I'm on my phone because my camera stopped working, but we are done with the goat play yard. So far, the girls are loving it. They've kind of all taken to where their spot is. So I think they are happy. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really does help. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every single week. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Cozy, do you mind? Hi, Rose. Hi. No, not the hair. You guys go play. Go play. What are you doing, Snow? I found the brush.